Most people don't hate their life, they just constantly try to escape it. They scroll, distract themselves, wait for weekends, or dream about a better future. But here's the real problem. If you always need an escape, something in your daily life is not working. Not your whole life, but your everyday structure. And once you understand that, everything becomes clearer. A life you don't need to escape from is not built by big changes. It's built by small adjustments in how you live each day. Today we will talk about how to build a life you don't need to escape from. So, before we start, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. 10. Escaping is a symptom, not the problem. If you constantly feel the need to escape your life, it's not random. It's a signal. It means something in your daily routine feels misaligned, draining, or unfulfilling. Most people try to fix this by adding more distractions, social media, entertainment, constant noise, but that only hides the real issue. Escaping is not the real problem. It's just a sign that your current life setup needs attention and change. Instead of asking, how do I distract myself more? The real question becomes, what part of my life feels off in the first place? Because once you address that, the need to escape naturally starts to reduce. 9. Your days shape your life. Your life is not built in one big moment. It is built through ordinary days, repeated over and over. What you do in a single day might feel small, but when it repeats, it becomes your life. If your days feel empty, stressful, or unfulfilling, your life will slowly start to feel the same way. You don't suddenly wake up in a different life, you slowly build it through daily repetition. A life you don't want to escape from always starts with days you don't feel the need to run away from. That's why small daily structure matters far more than big life plans that never get followed consistently. 8. Avoiding your life makes it worse. The more you escape, the less control you feel over your life. You delay tasks, avoid responsibilities, and push problems aside thinking they will disappear. But nothing disappears just because it is avoided. In most cases, it grows quietly in the background. Small problems become bigger, small stress becomes heavier, and over time your life feels more overwhelming than it actually is. That pressure builds up, and then escaping becomes your relief again. This creates a cycle where avoidance leads to more stress, and more stress leads to more avoidance. Slowly, it feels like you are losing control, when in reality, the cycle itself is the problem. 7. Comfort isn't the same as fulfillment. Comfort feels good in the moment because it removes pressure, effort, and discomfort. But comfort alone does not create meaning. A life built only around ease slowly starts to feel flat, empty, and repetitive. You can be comfortable and still feel unfulfilled at the same time. Fulfillment comes from growth, progress, and doing things that actually matter to you, even if they require effort. When everything in your life is designed only to avoid discomfort, you lose the sense of challenge and progress. And without progress, even comfort starts to feel like something is missing. 6. You need direction, not distraction. Most escape habits don't come from laziness, they come from lack of direction. When your life feels unclear, your mind naturally looks for distraction. Scrolling, watching, and avoiding become the default because there is nothing pulling your attention forward. But when you have direction, something you are building, improving, or working toward, everything changes. Your mind has a place to go. You escape less because your attention is no longer empty. It is guided by purpose instead of randomness. 5. Remove what drains you. A better life is not only about adding good habits, it is also about removing what quietly drains you. Constant distractions, negative routines, and unnecessary stress don't always feel obvious in the moment, but over time they make life heavier than it should be. They slowly take away your energy without you noticing. When you start removing those things, life doesn't instantly become perfect, but it becomes lighter. Your mind feels clearer, your days feel easier, and you stop feeling constantly overwhelmed by everything around you. 4. Build something that feels meaningful. People don't usually escape lives that feel meaningful. Even small progress towards something important can change how your entire day feels. And when you have momentum, the urge to escape naturally becomes weaker because your attention is already engaged in something that matters. 3. Stop living only for breaks. If your whole week feels like something you are just trying to survive until the next break, that is a clear warning sign. When life becomes something you only endure, escaping becomes your main source of relief. You start living for weekends, evenings, or any moment that feels like escape. But the goal is not to survive your routine. It is to build a routine you don't constantly need relief from. A life where you are not just waiting for breaks, but actually living through your days with purpose and stability. 2. Fix your environment first. Your environment shapes your life more than most people realize. If you are surrounded by distraction, low energy, and unhealthy habits, life will feel heavier, even if nothing major is wrong. But when your environment becomes cleaner, calmer, and more intentional, your experience of life changes without changing everything else. You don't need to fix everything at once. Even small environmental changes can completely shift how your day feels, because your surroundings are constantly influencing your behavior in the background. 1. Build a life you want to stay in. The goal is not to create a perfect life. The goal is to create a livable one. A life where your days don't feel like something you need to escape from, but something you can actually exist in without feeling drained all the time. A life where your work feels meaningful, your habits feel natural, and your routine doesn't constantly exhaust you. When your life is aligned, you stop living only for escape. You start living with presence. And that is when life finally feels like it belongs to you. Not something you are trying to get away from, but something you are fully in. What do you think about our video? Let me know in the comments below. Before you go, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.